Let's take a look at what is happening on the JSE, and it's been quite a mixed, volatile trading on the JSE today. It had eked out some gains earlier on in the session after two tougher trading sessions, but now it has sunk back into red territory. One of the things that markets have digested today is the South African Reserve Bank's latest interest rate decision, in which the SARB kept interest rates unchanged, so the repo rate does remain at 8.25%. Also declining of 0.15% on the day, that largely being carried, the losses there by the Resources 10 complex with a loss just shy of 1%. Financial 15, they're declining almost 0.1%. But backing that overall trend is the Industrial 25 with a gain of 0.1%. Let's cross over stateside and take a look at how those markets are performing and looking at those movements there, particularly with the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. The sector rotation there does continue, even though the Dow has given up some of the gains that we had seen in the last few sessions. One of the labor market data that investors are digesting there was the initial jobless claims rising to their highest level in almost a year. So negative sentiment there, S&P 500 declining more than 0.5%, the NASDAQ declining almost 1%, and the Dow giving up almost 0.33%. Let's take a look at what is happening across the Atlantic. And in more central bank news, we did have the European Central Bank. They're keeping interest rates unchanged, saying that inflation pressures are still elevated. A mixed picture over there. FTSE 100 up almost 0.4%. The CAC 40 climbing more than 0.5%. The DAX, though, backing that trend with a decline of more than 0.1%. Let's take a look at the currency scene and start off with how the rand is doing against some of the major currencies. The rand relatively flat against the US dollar at 18 rand 17, against the pound at 23 rand 57, and against the euro at 19 rand 82. Let's take a look at how the other currency pairs are doing. Euro dollar at 1.09, pound dollar at 1.29, and the yen just below 157 against the US dollar.